Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's been about a week since we got some training footage up, but we managed to get some footage up last night for you guys, made some minor changes. I went ahead and I've dropped my peak sets down about 20 pounds on the deadlift, and I'm just going to slowly build back up from here. When it gets really easy to do this 515 beltless for 5, and I don't feel like the last rep is even heavy at all, I'll increase the weight rather than pushing like I was doing to almost that bleeding edge and then having to back down for 2 weeks. I think the better approach for a little while for me, because of just fatigue and everything, is going to be to just coast with it. Wait till a working set gets really easy with a fairly heavy weight, then increase the weight. I'm going to try that for a little while just to adjust so that I don't quite burn out and have to deload as often as I've been doing. Brittany, again, she's back down just a little bit because she's going to coast for just a little while. She's just using the strength training at this point to just keep her metabolism up. And because her development is pretty close to where she wants it for now, so she's not going to focus on making any major strength gains for just a little while. We're going to work on technique, incorporating some new lifts, more barbell work, less dumbbell work for her, just for overall strength. And so we're just going to focus on that for a little while. And so again, we're just kind of sticking with kind of the same weights. Unless she feels particularly strong on a day, then we'll bump the weight up on most of these big movements. But yeah, again, her hamstring development and everything is really coming along from these Romanian deadlifts. So she's doing great there. And then up next, I went ahead and did my push presses. I've decided personally that at this point, the incline bench is going to take a secondary to my push press because I need the better athletic performance of the push press and more shoulder development. My chest is massive right now. It's not really a priority for me, so doing the incline bench before my push press is not really helping me with my goals overall. I need to put more effort into these. So doing them immediately after deadlifts is probably going to be the way to go forward. I'm trying to adjust my grip and everything a little bit also. The technique wasn't perfect on these today, but it's still better than it was when I started doing these a couple weeks back. So again, I see some things I need to change a little bit, but it's just going to take time to dial in this technique. But I feel a little more powerful with that slightly narrower grip where I have it. So that's pretty good. Brittany has finally moved over, as you guys know, to the barbell for her incline bench press. As you guys will notice, she's doing a close grip like I do on this. And again, for people who've had previous shoulder issues, keeping that grip in pretty narrow on most of your upper body exercises, barring some, is usually going to be a little easier on the shoulders. They're going to give you longer ranges of motion, and in some cases that might mean you have to do slightly less weight depending on the exercise, but that's okay because range of motion, when it's increased sometimes at the expense of a little bit of weight on the bar, actually can give you better development and better performance. So it's something that people need to remember. Cutting down the range of motion to improve strength is usually a competitive endeavor, meaning you're trying to lift more weight in a competition rather than actually give you more strength and development. That oftentimes comes better with improved range of motion. All right, up next, I do my close grip incline bench, and I decided today, because again, I'm trying to focus more on overall power a little more right now, and this is falling back to a secondary exercise. I try to do it with my feet on the floor today instead of up on the things, and honestly, because I've been doing these with my feet up on the brace, normally you can get really tight with your feet dug into the floor. I felt like today I couldn't get quite as tight as I do with them up on the thing. So I'm going to have to see how this goes for a workout or two if I want to change it back. But definitely the shift in technique in doing the push press first, I lost just a little strength on this. A fifth rep on that would have been a bit of a grinder. So strength is down just a little. And but it's understandable why. It was done with another press before at this time and a slightly different technique. And there's Brittany's fantastic back development, which again has come along great. Again, no complaints there. And reminding you guys, she has built her back pretty much exclusively with narrow grip lat pull downs and Romanian deadlifts, just doing around 3 sets of 10 every workout. So that's really, it goes to show you guys that really sometimes all you need for fantastic back development is enough volume with a couple of really good movements, some sort of pulling movement that involves scapular retraction and some sort of deadlift done with enough volume. Any 2 exercises done that way can be enough to give you guys fantastic development. And again, note the point about the narrow grip of how long her range of motion is there doing that. And then I finish up with some hammer curls for you guys. And I was a little fatigued today by the time I got to these So I don't know. I think I got about 1 rep less than I've been getting on them. And again, this is just to finish up my arms. I'm doing a lot of pressing. I do a lot of chinning. I do chin-ups and dips every day at home. I don't really film those because they're just basic body weight exercises. And the hammer curl really works the parts of my arm that are getting potentially neglected doing that. So that's why I'm doing that these days. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.